G'day guys, how are we going? Look, I'm back on the road again, and this weekend I'm heading towards the tiny town of Eldorado. Eldorado is about 290 kilometres northeast of Melbourne, straight up the Hume Highway, and I'll turn off a bit further up the road here at Wangaratta. Now tomorrow I'm going to catch up with a few good mates. We're going to spend a couple of days doing some pretty good full driving tracks around that Eldorado area. But today I'm going to go and check out the old Eldorado Dredge. Now this old relic from yesteryear is certainly well worth checking out. Okay, just approaching the turn off now, down to look at the old dredge. It's just before the town of Eldorado. So we'll go in here and check it out. This is well worth stopping in for a look. These massive. This Cox Eldorado Dredge has remained in its final mooring place at Eldorado, about 20 kilometres east of Wangaratta, since 1954. This Eldorado Dredge squats like a huge metal monster in a lake of its own making near Reedy Creek. Now its engines are dead and its body is slowly rotting away, but its sheer size is absolutely amazing. Let's go and check it out. Well, this is where the operator would stand here, and he would adjust these levers to suit the angle and the depth of the buckets working outside. Now they could go to a maximum of 98 feet, which is 30 metres, so that's pretty deep for a machine of certainly of this size. And on the days of maintenance, he could lift them right out of the water, and they could do their running repairs if they needed to. Now this dredge operated 6 days a week, 24 hours a day, and the only day of maintenance was a Sunday, where they spent all their day greasing up and doing their maintenance then. Absolutely amazing for the machine of its day, that's for sure. So there's a good walking track outside. Let's go and have a look at this from the outside. Pretty amazing. The dredge was tied up here after operating for 18 years, where 70 odd thousand ounces of gold and 1,300 odd tonnes of tin concentrate were removed from the alluvial plains of Reedy Creek. Now, back in the days when this dredge was operating, it was so noisy it could be heard for up to 20 kilometres away. And locals that worked on the dredge back in the 1930s reckon you didn't realise how noisy it was until it stopped, and then the silence was deafening. Well, the dredge has got 118 closely connected buckets on a conveyor belt, and that's what did the actual dredging. And each bucket weighs a staggering 1.4 tonnes and carried a third of a cubic metre of earth. In 1934, Cox Eldorado Dredge Company was formed, and this state-of-the-art electrical powered dredge was commissioned from Thompson's Engineering and Pipe Company in Castlemaine. The mighty machine was assembled on site and ready in June of 1936. At the time, it was the largest dredge ever constructed in Australia. It was 64 metres long, 20 metres wide at the stern and 50 metres wide at the bow. Well, there you go guys, that's the old Eldorado Dredge, and if that thing could talk, I reckon it have some amazing stories to tell you. So if you're ever in this Eldorado area, make sure you drop in and check it out, because that old piece of engineering from back in the early 1900s is well worth having a look at. But in the meantime, I'm going to get ready to catch up with the boys tomorrow, because we've got some great full drive tracks to do, and we're also going to drop into the smallest listed pub in Victoria, which is also in Eldorado, but that's another story. So I'll see you then. Just stayed at my mate's place there last night. Got up pretty early this morning, so we're heading now for Eldorado. I'm going to catch up with the other guys there and get this weekend underway. It's going to be a top weekend. The weather's great. It's all looking good. in for a ripper weekend. Well, I just heading out of the little town of Eldorado now. We've all arrived. We've got 6 vehicles in convoy this weekend. Now, these are a great bunch of blokes. These are fellas I've met back in the days when I was running a few 4-wheel drive trips a few years ago. And look, some of these fellas, fitting them, they've turned out to be some of my best mates. And you know, we have a great time every time we go away, and just the people you meet with a 4-wheel drive, just absolutely top people. So we're in for a top weekend. Just going to pull up here now, get some air out of these tyres, and get this day underway. Tyres been aired down and we're straight into it. Running 20 psi in the back, and I've got front tyres down to 18 psi for this weekend. So this is going to be top fun. Look out. Drop off here.
Oh, hello.
Nice. Oh, nice. Crossing. Oil suspension all around, you gotta love it. Oh, yeah. We just had some lunch there at Woolshed Falls. Well worth dropping in there, check that out. Now we're going to go off and find some more tracks to do for this afternoon, and then find somewhere to camp. So far it's been a great day. Weather's still great.
There's that rock I hit me dip on last time. Oh, it's going to be fun. Oh, yes. I might come up there for a look before I go driving it.
Right, time to find somewhere to camp tonight. I think the boys have got the spot sorted down here. We've had a cracking day out. We've done some amazing tracks, big rock steps and ruts and things like that. It's great country around here, so well worth coming over here to check it out. I'm looking forward to get a fire going now. Kick back, relax, and maybe a cold one or two, I reckon. We're just rolling out of that great spot there where we camped last night by Reedy Creek. I'm just going to go and find a few more tracks to do for another couple of hours before we head back into Eldorado. Air back up and pop into the Eldorado pub, the smallest pub in Victoria. Have a couple of cold ones there before we head home. Just heading back towards Eldorado now. We're going to drop into McAvoy's Tavern. Now McAvoy's Tavern is a local pub in town, and it was named after the last remaining mine in this area way back in those days. And it was listed as the smallest working pub in Victoria back in 1991 when it was sectioned off from the general store. So we're going to go and check this one out. Many of the locals use the tavern as a gathering point to meet up with each other, catch up on local news and wind down after a hard day's work. It's also a popular spot for people coming in to explore the area for its mining history, bushwalks, local arts and crafts, gems and crystals, and not to mention some great four drive tracks. Well, just rolling out of Eldorado now. Look, we've had a fantastic couple of days. Just had some lunch there at the McAvoy pub there. Well worth dropping in and checking out if you're in the area. But look, had a fantastic few days with a great bunch of mates. Checked out some history around the area with the dredge there. So that's certainly well worth dropping in to check out. But look, come up here, enjoy Eldorado. It's a great place, some ripper tracks. But in the meantime, I'll look forward to seeing you guys on another one of Tim Bates' Full Drive Adventures.